Hi everyone, my name is Daman Philip and I'm the founder of The Life Experts. Now, yesterday somebody called me seeking support to understand whether I could help her. Now, this is a person who had absolutely no clue what a life coach is, who a life coach is, and what life coaching is all about. She had heard of counselors, she had heard of therapists, she'd heard of consultants and mentors, but was keen to understand how I, as a life coach, would be able to help her in her relationship, which was not really heading in the right direction. So we got talking, and she asked me some excellent questions about the approach that I would use to move her from point A to point B. Now, and that is why today I decided I'd take that opportunity to talk about life coaching in particular, because there may be many out there who probably have the same questions. Now, working with a coach has become quite the norm in the modern world today. And from professional, you see, from professional athletes to successful business professionals, from midlife moms to college graduates, the reason for working with a coach are quite varied. Now, everyone needs a coach. And these are the words that I remember reading Bill Gates chose to open his TED Talk with massive impact. Now, in fact, the majority of individuals, that's literally over 60%, are even embarrassed to consider, let alone ask for coaching. They're afraid that people may turn around and question the need for coaching. Why do you need coaching? What's wrong with you? So as an experienced coach, let me tell you that those who seek coaching aren't the ones with something wrong with them. To the contrary, in fact, there's something very right about them, because it's enabling them to move forward in life. It's perfectly okay to reach out to someone who's qualified enough to show you the way. And in harsh periods of life, it's always a good thing to talk it out with someone neutral like a coach. It can definitely give a big reboost. What I want to state also is very often the hesitancy to work with a coach comes from a lack of understanding what coaching really is. Our industries are overloaded with ambiguity around purpose of coaching, around its objectives, around its outcome. So in this video, I'm going to give a short insight about a life coach, what coaching is all about. So life coaching is different from other types of, let's say, relationships. Therapy, for instance, it's about the past. It's healing the past towards the present moment. So therapy deals with past traumas, and therapists work through depression or anxiety that affects the ability to function optimally. Then there is consulting. Consultants give you a lot of answers, tell you how to do things. They basically kind of provide solutions. And then, of course, there are the counselors, and a lot of people confuse counselors with coaches. There's a big difference. Counseling focuses on moving people from a state of dysfunction to one of being functional. But there are many people who are very functional, yet they may not be highly functional, or they may not be able to achieve their full potential. Now, in that case, it's coaching that provides an alternative. So you see the difference there? Life coaching is truly, it's a partnership between the coach and the client, where they together co-create goals and strategies to reach those goals in a forward momentum. It's about a forward focus. A life coach doesn't look backwards unless you're looking at the source of the problems, like probably beliefs or values. So coach basically partners with clients in a very thought-provoking and creative process that inspires the client to maximize their potential. So what really differentiates life coaching from the rest is the single belief that every person is naturally whole, creative, and resourceful. Life coaching believes that the client is in control. He is the expert of his own life. He knows the answers. And that is why most often a life coach does not provide solutions. Life coaching doesn't focus on the past. It is present to future, and that is powerful, my friends. And because the client is the expert of his own life, the coach then just asks excellent thought-provoking questions that enable the client to do a deep dive, a kind of deep insight into their own life, and voila, reach those eureka moments, those aha moments. And the client then starts seeing for himself a new way to move forward, a way which he probably has not seen before. So the solutions start emerging from the client's own life, going back to the belief that he has all the answers. So life coaches help you uncover what's going on for you through three powerful things. One is powerful questions, deep end listening, what we call level 3 listening, and raising self-awareness. It's a very, very empowering experience for the client if done right. The decision to seek out at the end of the day a therapist, a life coach, a counselor is a very personal one. I'd like to share an analogy that Tony Robbins gives. And he says, it might help to imagine yourself getting ready to climb a mountain. Now, you could either hire an expert Sherpa and guide for your expedition, or a doctor. Which would you choose? Which one will be most helpful during your specific journey? If you're physically unwell, a Sherpa and guide wouldn't do you any good, right? You need to have good health before you can make the climb. And if you're not, you might need to see the doctor before trying something that is as challenging as climbing that mountain. However, if you're healthy and you need someone to help you with climbing that mountain, carrying the load of supplies and finding the best path, the Sherpa and the guide is the best bet. Now, in this example, the therapist is the doctor. He or she gets you well enough to take on that challenge to climb that mountain. And he does that by exploring your mental and emotional well-being. Now, the life coach is the Sherpa or the guide. He or she has an expert knowledge of your climb and can help you reach the summit, the peak. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea of how the two are different. I will be speaking about how to select a good life coach that's just right for you in my next video. If you've liked this video, do hit a like, send some love and share it with your friends. Until the next time, keep smiling, stay safe, stay well, and most importantly, maintain that social distance.